Gordie,
You big moose.
and
The
Willhelm
grumpy gnome.
in the morning.
Well, hey there, I'm Gordie.
And I'm Willhelm.
And good morning out to everybody out in the Mooseverse.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're finally back. Had a couple weeks off, but
Dr. Mom, hi.
hopefully we got some things set up where we can be a little more consistent with the show so you don't have to miss, this. But
It is a shame robbing the people of such a stoic and handsome visage.
we have enough about you.
Ah!
What's going on, man?
Having cold sweats about tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Mooseverse trademark, yeah. Yeah, a little scared for tomorrow.
Well, I suppose we should maybe explain a little bit about why we're a little scared tomorrow.
Well, it started as a 6-hour game a couple weeks ago. That wasn't enough time.
Yeah.
Because shit hit the fan in the worst possible of ways. And now we're sitting in the middle of a church, low on spell slots, low on HP, and still a lot of fighting left to go.
Well, yeah, so I guess a quick recap. We've talked before about the big Moose Water Brigade epic that was going to happen backing up to when Willhelm and Gordie visited Mirabar and then decided to get the gang together and go back to Mirabar and deal with Krilla. So far we had our planning session, and then we broke into two groups. We had, what did we end up with? 10 people, I think?
Yeah.
9 or 10?
10 each, yeah.
2 DMs, Tyler and Reed. So we did our planning session, broke into 2 different groups, did kind of some solo stuff, so to speak. Well, I mean group stuff, but one group went around to the outposts, and then the other group tried to get through they tried to just infiltrate the city, and from what we were told, that didn't go so well.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the video yet, but I can't wait to see what kind of fuckery went on.
But then we all came back together, headed into the church, and we all walked into the church and went, oh shit. So
yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so many of us are just spent.
Well, I blew pretty much everything I had when we split. My action surge, my runes, everything.
Yeah.
I was hoping we would get a short rest before we actually went into town, but nope.
Yeah. Well, and we've got the resource die, which I guess that's something which I never asked. Do we, like with the resource die, do you only get to use it once and then it's done, or is there multiple uses to it, or?
No, as far as I can tell, he gave us each a resource die depending on how we prepped and what people we know. And we spent most of ours, but we gained 2 by doing the one shot, so.
Right.
And Krilla has resource dice still.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, so we gained the 2 from the one shot, and then I know I've still got mine. I haven't used mine yet. and it's coming up, I don't know, 3 or 4 turns or so, and then it'll be my turn. So yeah, and it truly will be interesting to see what happens. I promise you, I will roll that resource die on a real die.
Yeah,
I'm not taking my chances.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Willhelm's track record on digital die is abysmal.
I'm like 20% at bat, maybe.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, every character you've ever played is a clutch machine. It's just your dice just betray you.
Yeah. Well, but it's nice to have DMs that will allow you to roll real die. I mean, building that trust. When you're playing digitally, playing over Zoom or Discord or whatever, and building that trust with your DM where they allow you to roll real dice definitely helps. But, I mean, that one shot, and it was towards the end, but even that one shot, Tyler was like, dude, go get real dice.
Yeah, seriously.
So...
Yeah, you know it's bad when the DM's like, okay, enough's enough.
Yeah. So... But yeah, we're all pretty spent, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, I don't know.
We're all gonna die.
I don't know. I don't think that'll happen really. I think something big is going to happen, and like either Krilla's gonna be like, all right, I'm done. Like, you guys aren't worth it. Or something big's going to happen and he's going to get scared, but either way, he's going to teleport out or something. Like, everything's just going to go down, and it'll be where, well, I would say it'll be where we have to wait till we get higher levels, go back and try again, but our DM is just going to bring bigger, badder monsters. So...
And can we just say what a freaking champ Tyler is?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, oh yeah, and Max summoned the DM's girlfriend, our co-DM Reed, to play a Celestial Private Eye. Who, yeah, the heals from that Celestial were definitely needed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And, oh, I guess we can officially announce that in 2 weeks' time, any recorded Brigade games will soon be available on YouTube.
Yep. Finally got word from the DM that they are changing paths. And we do have the first part of this epic recorded, and then we'll record again tomorrow night. And so once Ty finishes up editing everything and blending everything, and we were talking this morning before the show, I mean, at least probably 4 videos, if not more, just so that you don't have like an 8.5 hour long video on YouTube.
It's like 14 hours of video I gotta fucking... try to trim down. Fuck it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on what you want to edit out, and things like that, and how much time actually gets taken off the overall production.
Alright, yeah.
So.
And then if I feel really ambitious, I'll tweak the sound and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what I can do, what I'm physically capable of doing. Doing a podcast and doing a video is a whole different ball game.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, another thing too with being able to have those recorded videos and put them on YouTube, I believe that's also going to allow us to hopefully start going live with those games.
Possibly, hopefully, we'll see.
So. And if we get the last part of it tomorrow night, then theoretically that gives you a week and a half to get everything edited and up on YouTube to give viewers time to watch it before we go live on the game after that, if all that pans out.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, I'm just... Jess is on days, so I'm just gonna fucking hammer down.
Yeah.
Like, that's all my day is gonna be, Monday, Tuesday, so... If you PM me and I don't answer, I'm in editing hell. Send help.
So, if I see you dicking around in Discord, I can get on and yell at you, get off, and go back to work?
Yeah, probably.
Like that little... I'll be like that, that little artificer's bird.
Yeah. The
Back to
alarm
work!
clock.
Back to work!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you see him playing a video game, yeah, full permission to scream at me.
Well, and I suppose speaking of, well, I guess we stay on the topic of that DM. Again, talking this morning before the show, that DM has mentioned the possibility of opening up some more game slots. What'd you say, Mondays and Wednesdays?
From what I remember, yeah, it's Mondays and Wednesdays.
And there'll be later games, probably 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Don't throw time zones at me in the morning, dude. I can't.
Well,
I can't compute.
I mean, that's our current game time on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
And that's kind of his normal game time. Is 6 Pacific, maybe a little bit later, but
Yeah, because he works during the day, and then, yeah. And don't forget, we still got lots of times open for, let's see here, Rose always has her, there's the Magic Mouth, there's the One Page Wednesdays with her and Steven. Steven's posting games all the time. Tim's got openings in his Waterdeep game, so got lots of games.
yeah, and he's opened.
Morin, we're doing a show.
He's opened a lot. His Waterdeep. Oh no, maybe it's Waterdeep, Curse of Strahd. Like he's got a couple games during the week actually.
Tim?
Yeah, he's got his. I think it's Waterdeep Tuesdays.
Curse of Strahd.
Wednesdays.
And is there another one?
I was thinking he had a third weekday game that was like during the day.
Oh no, I think he canceled that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know he's doing the Waterdeep and Curse of Strahd. Brian's in both of those.
Right.
And then Tomb of Annihilation Fridays when we get to play.
Well, and speaking of DMs, one just minor announcement. Let's see if I can point.
Nope.
Is it this way?
Nope.
This guy? This guy? Let me get my
Nope.
camera. I can't. Anyway, the guy next to me has decided to DM. We currently do have a full table, but Ty has actually stepped up to the plate and is DMing a Tyranny of Dragons on Tuesday evenings. So,
Yeah. I don't know who thought this was a good idea.
well, I didn't tell you. Everybody sitting at the table thinks it's a good idea.
Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I have anxiety.
And I can tell you, Dr. Mom told me, I guess it was this morning, maybe. She's like, she said, because we were, as a matter of fact, Tuesday night we were talking about language around people and stuff like that. Yeah, she looked at me and she goes, "That picture that Ty posted in the Tyranny of Dragons chat was pretty badass." So,
well, that's it. It popped up like a Big B's hand. Like I'm on all those D&D meme pages, and someone posted that picture of Big B's hand splattering a monster. I'm like, that's exactly how I pictured Dr. Mom whooping the shit out of that boss. That crit was, what was it, like 25 damage at level 3? Like,
yeah, it was a good hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yeah, that game's been fun though, and I think some people. I mean, Brian seems to have a fairly decent handle on Uthal, but I think the rest of us are still kind of trying to figure out who our character is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Brian's just a big dumb Goliath barbarian, so
Stop being rhetorical and fight.
Yes. Was it Eshwin?
Yeah.
Eshwin, aka rhetorical.
Yep. Well, and usually, at least I find whenever I start a new character, you got to run into a couple different scenarios to kind of flesh it out. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you guys basically got dropped into a frickin' raid.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So,
but we've talked about Gordie and Willhelm too. Willhelm was, when he was first created, was going to be a background support type character who tinkered with things. And I mean, after a handful of sessions or whatever, next thing you know, I mean, Gordie and Willhelm are this duo. I mean, we've created some pretty crazy crap, like the platform on Gordie's back that Willhelm rides on, and I mean, just the connection that Gordie and Willhelm made, and then Willhelm became more than just a support, where he became more of a protector, and then moved from being just a protector to being a tank, and
literally.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, also kind of like, I think he somehow slid into a bit of a leadership role, I suppose. I mean, Willhelm is by no means the leader of the brigade, and I'm not saying that at all, but has just kind of slid into this somewhat leadership position, I guess.
We're too stupid to have leadership. I mean, honestly, would anybody want to claim leadership and say,
No.
hey, this was my idea for anything we do?
Yeah. No, and that's the thing, like, I mean, with the brigade, there truly is no leadership. I mean, everybody, it's definitely an equal opportunity group. But I guess, like, especially in the RP and stuff, there's certain people that say or do certain things on the RP side of things. And so, and Gordie's the face of the brigade and the tavern, that's for sure.
That's because you guys made me the frickin' mascot.
Well, you didn't say no, so.
Well, no, because I have vanity issues, but that's beside the point.
Well, let's see. So yeah, I mean, we'll keep everybody updated. I don't know. Next week when we do the show, it might be Undead Gordie and Undead Willhelm in the morning.
Distinct possibility we are calling in from beyond.
I think, you know what? Now that I think about it, though, I wonder, and I guess this is the DM in me thinking, if Willhelm were truly about to die, he does have a saving grace.
With the blade?
Yep.
Yeah, but wouldn't it just, like, eat your soul?
See, that's why I said, like, for me, the DM in me anyway, be that the blade takes control of my soul. And so essentially Willhelm would become a wraith.
That's terrifying.
So
Undead Willhelm, literally.
Yep.
But how do we get you back? Like, none of us have access to Wish.
I don't know.
Don't put that in the universe, man.
I think you know what, there is one thing that has been put in the universe that could possibly work.
What?
Go back up to the spine.
What, bring Omea?
Yep.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of cheating?
Well, no, not necessarily, because I mean, Omea knows what's going on already, and if you took Willhelm to her in a changed condition, she might be able to either help bring him back or help you figure out how to bring him back without having to wait till you're high enough level to have wit.
Okay, but how are we going to capture and transport a wraith?
Well, that would depend on the personality and sensibility of who Willhelm is as a wraith. Like, does he become evil, or does the blade allow him to maintain any sense of himself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Reroll as a brain in a jar.
Sorry, I saw. I mean, we don't have a Ghostbusters.
Yeah, either that or somebody needs to like furiously read through all my research notes.
Yeah,
okay. Put my essence into Misfit.
Oh my god. Let's hear your robotic dog bark. Put you on the spot.
Oh, I don't know if hold on. I don't know if I still have it. Hold on, let me see.
Oh, the arf. Oh, that's right. You did that voice recording with the mod a while back. That's right too.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see.
Still, Tim's impression of Misfit is the best one.
Oh, absolutely. Let me see.
Yeah. I'm a good boy. Rough.
Yep.
Well,
so.
I mean, if we do end up putting Willhelm in Misfit, we're turning you into a Transformer somehow.
Oh, 100%.
Steampunk Transformer. Fuck yeah.
Gordie's got this steel mastiff that walks beside him, and then when the time comes, the mastiff just transforms into like a 5.5 foot tall bipedal mastiff.
Yep. Like some Power Ranger shit. The jaw opens up and there's like a human face under there. And, oh yeah.
Willhelm's face pops out.
Hell yeah. Okay, now
Maybe I need to start messaging Tyler for a second.
Oh god. Hey, I know you're writing this beautiful narrative for us, but we're bastards, so can you make Willhelm a Transformer? That poor
and
man.
Of course, you know that I would have the Transformers sound on my phone, so that every time Misfit transformed, I would play that sound.
Yeah.
Oh me.
Oh,
we're terrible.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, Tyler's busting his ass crafting this beautiful narrative for us, and we're just like, okay, how can we be assholes today? Camera, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jeremy's on there. What's up, Jeremy?
This is how we got onto the subject of Mecha Gordie. One day. I can't believe Jeremy's up this early.
What he said, he had like 10 hours of sleep the other day. He ought to be pretty refreshed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, one day we'll do Mecha Gordie.
Well, let's see. Between those two statements, many members forming a larger robot, Mecha Gordie, Willhelm's current set of research notes. Yeah, so we could make it happen.
Hey Tyler, can we do the next 8 sessions in preparation to fight a Tarrasca's Mecha Brigade? Fuck.
So, Wilhelm, after this battle, Wilhelm's going to go back to the tavern. He's going to lock himself in his shop for the next 6 months. And just nothing but research and practice and building and poke his head out once in a while. Gordie, I need you to order me some more metal.
Yeah. Yeah, you got like a missile silo in the backyard. What's in there? Don't worry about it.
Keep out, eyes only.
Yeah. None of your business. What I want to know is what we're going to do if we survive this. Because there were story hints of a deranged gold dragon on a rampage. And I think all of us are chomping at the bit for like a Tyler story-driven dragon arc. Because you know it's not going to be as simple as go to its lair and kick the shit out of it.
Oh no, we're going to run into like 20 battles before we even get to the dragon.
Oh yeah. Not to mention...
With no short rest.
No. Well, not to mention, there's probably a lot of nuance or story points, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we have to save the dragon, maybe, who knows with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I do, you know, when we were looking at that one-shot, when we had the options for one-shots, he brought up the concept of doing Garandareth Krosh and his story arc about finding, was it a god that he found? Went on his journey of self-discovery and...
Yeah, I think Nink's got him turned on to that war god from Greyhawk. Cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm interested in doing that one shot. And like I put that one in that message thread, I think it would be cool to do that one shot with us so that that story arc becomes canon in the Moose Water Tales.
I'm down for that. I think everybody's down for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, and maybe that's something we can do, like, after we finish this deal, find out if Jeremy's available on a Sunday, and kind of take a break from this brigade deal and let Jeremy get his one-shot in, or story in, and then we have that as canon.
Hell yeah.
So,
hear that, Jeremy? You have to write a backstory. Ha ha.
No, he'll just let Tyler write it for the one shot.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good, because I missed my off tank. Well, my other off tank. I got two now because Willhelms finally realized his place.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, wait till I dig those research out of Misfit and start researching that shit. Y'all will really realize my place.
Oh god. Yeah, Willhelm, why is there a continent floating above the tavern? Don't worry about it.
Oh wait, my bad. You guys don't know about the notes inside Misfit.
Yeah, you only contain detailed notes about... Wait, am I allowed to talk about what the notes say? Have we talked about it?
No.
Okay, never mind. I hate you and you're evil.
Sometimes.
Are you jonesing for the Friday Night Annihilation game as much as I am?
Dude, I was so sad yesterday when those reminders came up.
Yes. Stu's like, yes.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. We need our fix. It's just so different, right? Like the exploration part, like,
yep.
On paper it looks boring, but we're down for that. It's so different from what we usually do.
Yeah. Well, and I think that the fact that, I mean, I enjoy milestone leveling because it's just easier than, you know, DMs and players both having to track experience. But like for, you know, Pandanus, I'm so excited to hit level 3. And so it puts you in a different mindset, I think, when you're playing the game where you're like, oh, I'm 40 points away from leveling. Come on, we need to fight some shit. You know, like it puts you in a different mind frame, and so it makes the gameplay a little bit different, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, and we got to be careful because we're gonna pick a fight and think, oh, this is gonna be good XP, and then we're gonna get fucking annihilated. I know it's coming. I know it.
Well, and I do think that Tim is adjusting because like those 3 sea hags we went against and just annihilated him, and he's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. Well, he was pulling his punches. There's no way.
Well, but I mean, he even told us afterwards, like, we should have had to run from that fight.
Yeah.
And we didn't. And so I think, you know, he'll start altering or adjusting those encounters where he's like, okay, I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
So.
You want to fuck around? You find out.
Yep. Well, I guess some other minor announcements, I suppose. One of the things that we're trying to put together is a water fight night.
Oh, yes.
Still, go ahead.
Well, this is an idea me and Matt have been kicking around for a while. I think our initial idea for it was too ambitious. The whole... Because, I mean, I sat and tried to rationalize how we would get it done, you know, the 2 different teams fighting the same monster, and I don't think that would be a good setup for, like, a cohesive game. So,
Right.
I think we went back to basics, and me and Matt talked, and like, how about we just let people have characters at a certain level, like set a couple tiers, you can make whatever build you want, here's a couple items, and we throw something big and nasty in the arena and say, have at her.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredibly bastardized D&D, and basically it's whoever rolls the highest number wins, but it's fun as hell. So...
Yeah, and I mean, so some of the things that we've talked about, doing 3 tiers, 5, 11, and 17. And then I know some of the things that we're still trying to work out a little bit. So like whatever level you create, again, 5, 11, or 17, if you're proficient in medium armor, you can max out your armor for medium. If you're proficient in heavy armor, you can have plate, you know, whatever the max is.
Yeah, because at those
Your
higher
weapons
levels,
are
it
your-
doesn't really matter how high
Well,
your
yeah.
AC is.
Yeah. Your weapons are your choice, but everything's all basic equipment. Nothing, no +1s, no magical, whatever. But then if you do a 5th level, you get X number of magic items of X rating, 2 uncommon and 1 rare, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
At 11th level, you get a little bit more, and then 17th level, you get a little bit more. So, but like if you get plate armor, just for example, or going into weapons, if you have a great axe, but you want a +1 great axe, that counts as one of your magical items. So,
Yeah.
and then the other thing that we've talked about but haven't decided on is if we want to do rounds like a 3-2-1 where your group goes in, because we're talking about doing this with groups, teams of like 3 or 4, and then you fight like 3 monsters, get a short rest, fight 2 more, get a short rest, and then go against the big bad.
Yeah. We'll see what kind of... Because it'll depend on time constraints and that. And see how much we can squeeze out of it. But I mean, if you're shaving off all the narrative bits, just have a short introduction, and then, okay, have at her, and
Yeah.
open the doors. I think 4-person party would be good, though. Keeps the
Yeah, I
rounds
mean-
going quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you've got a 4-person party, you can throw a little bit bigger, bigger, badder monsters in there too. I mean, you don't want to throw an ancient red dragon in there when you have a team of 2.
No.
So.
Well, and I think we've all gotten too used to these big party games. When, I mean, really, if you think of traditional D&D parties, it's usually only 4 or 5. So,
Right.
kind of
And
getting
that's
back
what,
to that would be good.
yeah. And that's what, like, my Saturday night game, I mean, there's only 4. But I have found myself having to adjust for some of the encounters because, look, when those 4 are on, they're on. So,
Doesn't help that your nephew's, like, got 1,000 IQ.
well, yeah. Yeah, when they get when we first started, it was funny because they would go up against a band of goblins, and it would take them like an hour to fight a band of goblins.
Yeah.
And now you put them. I was trying to think. I see one of the last games they fought a water elemental, because they were out on a boat. But like they've learned more about their characters and what they love, and they're learning more teamwork within combat.
Yeah.
Helping each other out and that kind of stuff. And so you send them back, regardless of levels and stuff, but you send them back to a band of goblins now, and they'll have them wiped out in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So it's cool to watch them evolve. Yeah. So, of course, Knight has Fireball, so anytime, and of course, she's a sword, but for whatever reason, she tends to roll extremely high initiatives. And so if they come up to a group of somethings, like Fireball's one of the first things she does. Like, here, let me start. Okay, they're all, half health now. You guys take them out.
Yep. I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast Fireball.
Yep. So, but I found, because like the whole thing, the journey that they're on right now was going to be pretty much all homebrew, and part of it still is, but with everything, like all the stuff that I've had going on at work and things like that, there's just my time to create homebrew, and my focus to create homebrew just hasn't been there.
Understandable.
So they were headed to a set of islands, hit a storm, got sidetracked, and so they ended up on the Moonshay Isles. And I went to the DM's Guild and actually found some modules. There's a 3-part module for some dwarven stuff at Moonshay on the island of Alinor. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull this module out. And that's what I've been doing, is kind of running that, adjusting if I need to, and things like that. So
Smart way of doing it.
yeah.
Well, and I mean, if you think about it.
Sorry.
Oh, Dr. Mom, yeah.
Yeah.
I get scared and I express it with Fireball to your face. Wait, which genie is Dr. Mom and Tyranny?
Well, Marv wouldn't know that.
Ifriti, thank you. Oh, so you're gonna get Fireball. God damn it. Oh, God, a Warlock with short rest spell slots with Fireball. You do know I'm a new DM, right? I don't know how to balance.
Actually, you know what? I will tell you, this module that I'm messing with actually gives you a deal in there. It's it talks about average player level versus encounters, and it gives you a way to adjust your encounters based on your average player level. It was kind of interesting. I mean, you still have to know, and I can share that module with you, and you can see like the CR ratings that they do and stuff like that. Kind of give you an idea of what their what those encounters are, and then what their ideas are on adjusting and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I want to brain dead it and just run the module.
Well, no, I understand that, but you should know just as well as anybody else who has enough experience with D&D. Any pre-written module is set for I don't know, a basic build, I guess.
Yeah.
But come on, how many people do you know do basic builds?
Yeah. I know.
So
That's work.
you're gonna have to adjust.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to actually be a DM.
Like I said, whose fucking idea was it for me to run a game? I think it was my idea, which... I don't know, I just saw Tyranny of Dragons, and it's 2 modules in one, you can go all the way up to level 16, I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
You know, even if it takes us a couple years to do it, who gives a shit, let's just have some fun.
Well, you've talked about DMing for a while, though. I mean, like, you did those one-shots a while back, last year sometime. Dr. Mom said you can try fire.
Well, and that's the thing, right? So, I don't want to build encounters that neutralize all the cool shit you guys can do, right? Because, I mean, that's the whole point of having Fireball, is to feel like a badass. Like, snap your fingers and a group of enemies have half or no HP. That's half the fun of it. So, right. If I just balance everything to have fire immunity, what's fun in that, right?
Yeah, but here's the deal, right? So, like, you know, Jeremy said fire-resistant enemies. Dr. Mom said you can try fire-resistant enemies. I'll give you 3 guesses at a feat, and you only get... Or I gave you 3 guesses, and 2 of them don't count.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, if Isha takes 1 specific feat, fire the resistant enemies, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So... Unless
they're immune.
Well, yeah, immunity is the only thing that would save them.
Fire elementals everywhere. All of it. Yeah, but Ty, we're in the middle of the tundra. I don't give a shit. The lava pocket opens up. Fire elementals. Fuck you guys.
The entire 120 acres around us is now burning. Dr. Mom said you promised dragon.
I'll give you a dragon episode 1. What are you talking about? Yeah, we'll see. We're not even at the fireball stage yet. They're only level 3. So I got 2 more levels, and I'm going to make those levels fucking stretch. Because as soon as you guys hit level 5, that's when I actually have to do some work. So.
Yeah, I don't. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like being a cleric. It's cool. But between 3 and 5, it's...
Yeah, but it's way better than 1 and 2 when you only got a handful of spell slots. Now you can actually, like, throw your inflict wounds every once in a while, or, you know.
Oh, that reminds me. You know what? Since Stu's on here, because we had that conversation about renaming spells after 70s, 80s rock songs and stuff like that. Stu, I'll have you know that my character on Tuesday night, his name's Marv. He's a forger. And for his spiritual weapon, when I summon my spiritual weapon, it is 2 giant balls of fire, and when I summoned it the other night, basically what I said was, I cast big balls, and that is what my spiritual weapon is called.
He's got the biggest balls of them all.
So, I think everybody had a pretty good laugh on that one.
Oh, that was hilarious. I'm like, yeah, and then I think you got a kill with them. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta kill them. I'm like, yeah, so you just like teabag this guy to death. Like, what do you want me to say?
Well, and the image I found for the token doesn't help. I
No,
mean,
well, oof. Ty, I need a sheet for my spiritual weapon. Okay, here I'm busy doing stuff, and there's testicles on the field. Okay. No, I like how everybody kind of interacts in that game. It's a lot of fun for me to watch. Like, all the little jokes and ribbing at Say's character and everybody joking around.
Well, and the thing of it is, we all dig into Say, but when Terry's not there, Say doesn't have anybody to dig into.
Yeah.
Because that's who he. I mean, he. Don't get me wrong, he jabs back.
Oh yeah, he's getting way better.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he's taking jabs at Uthal. Definitely taking jabs at Terry. I don't think he said anything to Quinn or Isha yet. Like, I mean, taking jabs at him anyway.
Well, he's still getting to know Tanya and Dr. Mom, so.
Yeah. And I don't know if he said anything. I don't know if he's taking any jabs at Marv or not. I don't remember. I think he started to, and that's when I called him rhetorical, but.
Yeah, session 2, and already we got inside jokes. Oh, fuck.
Yep. And that was just, I mean, I think what made me laugh more is he started to respond, and I cut him off saying that it was rhetorical. And then Uthal was just like, he called you a rhetorical. That was it.
Say would not like my next session when I DM Gordie LOL with the mission from Queen. Oh my god, that'd be amazing. What was I gonna say? Nope, it's gone. But yeah, well, I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so more on that D&D Fight Night thing. So right now we're kind of loosely planning on a Wednesday because that seems like the game light day. Basically, once we got it all set up and the Roll20 map set up, we'll post links to it so we can dish out character sheets. You can make your 5th level, your 11th, and 17th with the parameters, and then it'll basically come down to whoever wants. Like, it's open to anybody. Anybody can DM in those, and it's just for fun, right? Like, we're all just gonna go in, maybe have a drink or two, and fucking whoop the shit out of each other. So.
And if you use one of the things that we've kind of run into a little bit, I suppose, FYI, Willhelm, I have an boss that will be named Brooks and Dunn. Oh, you're so awesome, Stu. You need to let us know when you decide to DM that game, because I'm not a fan of country music either. So, but if you use D&D, like we use Roll20 because. Well, let's see. That's probably one of the easier virtual tabletops to use. According to Ty, you have to have a degree in rocket science to run Foundry.
Yeah, I'm not touching Foundry.
But the nice thing about the way we do things is that if you use D&D Beyond, if you prefer it, you're comfortable with it, you have your resources, whatever, you can create your stuff, your characters in D&D Beyond, and still use them with Roll20.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have the Beyond 20 plugin. The other thing is if you don't have any resources, if you can't really build characters in Roll20 or D&D Beyond, there's a bunch of us that have those resources in either, and so we can help out if you want to build in Roll20. Ty has a bunch of resources in Roll20, can cheats. I've got I think I have all of the source books for D&D Beyond. So as far as character builds go, you're good.
Yeah.
and we just create a campaign in D&D Beyond. Create an unassigned character, let you go in and claim it, and so you can build that way too. So yeah, we've if you don't have those kinds of resources, we have them. Just let us know. We can get you hooked up with that kind of stuff.
Yep, like I'm gonna do. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday is gonna be pretty much video editing all day, and then try to find time to prep for Tyranny of Dragons. And then,
Wait, you say that? Oh, Monday, Tuesday is editing. Gotcha.
yeah, because tomorrow there's no point in even trying because I'm gonna be having a minor anxiety attack all day until the game starts.
Well, I think if you want to do editing on Monday, Tuesday off, because I know you well enough that if you spend half the day editing, you have enough time to prep for Tuesday night Tyranny, then you're gonna have an anxiety when you get ready to DM that game. So
yeah, probably
take Tuesday off from editing, give yourself enough time to prep for the game, and then, like I said, you got a week and a half.
Well, I know. Well, I want to get that done and then get the... Like, I guess we have to, like, draft up, like, details about D&D Fight Night so we can post it and link it and everything's set in stone. Because both Tim and Tyler both said they'd be interested in that. And,
okay.
Like, they don't just have to DM, they can play, too, because I think that'd be fun to,
100%.
See what kind of... Well, Tim's not really a character. Actually, Tim and Tyler aren't really, like, builders. They're very story-driven characters. Like, they're OGs. They're not madmen like us. Mad scientists get into fucking D&D Beyond and spend 2 hours making a bullshit character based off of Eldritch Blast or something stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, we can definitely do that though, and when we have to set, if we can figure out how to get the point across in a minimalistic version, I can be all fancy and shit and put it on parchment and post the official rules to Fight Night.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it one page.
Yeah.
Send it to you for review and cleaning.
Yeah, it's fine. By the way, Stu, I don't know, I'm not a country fan, but I do like Johnny.
Yeah, he's got a mad hate. He's got his hate blinders on. Peace and love, man. I mean, I know you don't smoke weed, but peace and love, man. Well, that's almost got her there, bud. Any, Well, the reason is that Cash is a legend, so worshiping him would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah. So any little last bits of,
Oh, well. Let's see, where's that one I said I would save for you?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. What kind of sweet ride has 4 wheels and flies?
Nope.
A garbage truck. I know, you said I burned all the good ones, but so...
I hate how long that took me. That took me 3 seconds too long.
Well, here's one more for you. Why did the dinosaur
what?
cross the road?
Don't know.
Because the chicken didn't exist yet. So,
Okay, you know what, motherfucker? I got one for you.
Okay.
What do you call a sleepy boy moose?
A sleepy boy moose. Like a sleepy male moose,
Yes.
or like a sleepy moose, where you're like, oh, sleepy boy.
No, that's
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
a bulldozer.
Oh goodness.
Revenge! Revenge!
See, that's not fair because that's like a rewrite. Because in America they would just say, "What do you call a sleeping bull?" Or a bull that snores, or something of that. So
It's Moose themed, okay? Just let me have it. Why does a dog lick his... Why? Why, Stu?
because he knows he's licking your face next. Oh. I actually heard a comedian say that one time.
Because he can.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, well, I guess everybody stay tuned next week to see if there's undead versions of us, or if there's
We're gonna die.
victorious. I'm telling you, man, if we live through this, that's all I'm saying. Tyler, if you watch this. But anyway, so yeah, Discord, YouTube, all the links are below. Come join us. Hopefully we will see the summer, spring and summer, more activities. We're going to try and get this fight night going. A lot of DMs are opening up some more game spots. Find some new friends. Maybe find some old friends. Who knows? But yeah, come join us. Let's have some fun. And I suppose we will see you all again soon.
And jingle.
Gordie
You big moose.
and Willhelm
The grumpy gnome.
in